Hello everyone, welcome to another beautiful day here at Bowman Pointe for Poolside Chats. My guest today is Miss Tiffany Brown.
Hello.
So Tiffany, first things first, let's just dive right in.
Right.
How in the heck did you end up here at Bowman Pointe?
Well, I ended up here out of my parents' house, so I owned a home.
Oh, gotcha.
That was my first place right out of college. I lived with my parents, then I owned a home, which was a lot. As the first step to be a homeowner,
Yeah, wow.
that was a lot.
Out of the house?
Out of the house and then
house.
straight into a house. And so I loved where I lived. I was kind of far out in Alexander.
Gotcha.
Being a single woman, no kids, owning a home is a lot.
Yeah.
There's yard work, if something breaks. So I decided to move out my house, and I stayed with my parents for about a year.
Yep, been there, done that.
So I was like, okay, I'm gonna pay off debt, save money.
There you go.
And then I started looking for an apartment, and I found Bowman Pointe.
Yay!
Beautiful, 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 beautiful place. When we came out here to the pool,
Yeah,
that's what sold me.
that's what everybody says.
Feels like a resort. Like I was
Yeah.
like, this is in Arkansas. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
So that's what it was. It was the pool.
Anything else that you like to do around here? Where can we usually find you if you're not at the pool?
If I'm not at the pool, I'm typically in my apartment, but
Yeah.
I do love all the amenities. I had a life group, so we would come over to the game room from time to time and play. We've used the theater.
There
We'd
you
had a
go.
couple of movie nights, and I used the gym from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
Really nice gym. I've been to every wine tasting.
Me too.
Yes. So I mean, just anywhere around here. I love to sit out on the balcony area. It's really beautiful. When the weather's like this, kind of like now, it's really nice.
When you're not hanging out here, I'm guessing you're working somewhere.
I am
Do
working.
you have a regular 9 to 5?
Yes, I work at my church, St. Mark Baptist Church here
That's
in
awesome.
Little Rock. I'm the technical director there. So what I do is everything audio, video. So
Gotcha.
all the live productions, anything that's Sunday morning worship going forward, that's what I'm responsible for.
Cool. And I know that you have, I did a little digging on your social media.
Okay.
Obviously, I see you all the time liking our stuff, so I know you by your Instagram handle.
Yes.
But I also saw your website and that you, for fun, you do stuff like this. You do videos.
I do. As soon as I graduated from school, and I actually graduated like on a Saturday and started working on a Monday at my church.
Dang.
So I've been there for 10 years now.
Wow.
I know, right?
That's amazing.
I've been there for 10 years, and I started my business, TV Productions, that year in 2008 too. So I've had my own, it's a very small video production company that I've had for about 10 years now. And I do like weddings,
Nice.
birthday parties, music, just a lot of different things, commercials for people. But it's just on a smaller scale, just something I do on the
Yeah.
side for fun.
If somebody just needs
Oh yeah.
something quick and easy and simple, they don't need some big production.
Right, exactly. And I charge really affordable prices because it's fun for me. I love to
Yeah.
edit. I love to do this type of stuff. So really affordable, just gives me practice so I can keep sharp
yeah.
at my talents.
Oh yeah.
So then when I go to the church and I produce things for the church, they're top notch.
Sounds like you're quite busy if you're working.
Yes.
And then you've got this side gig.
Yes,
Do you have any time to do anything fun?
I do. So I make sure that I travel. I love to travel. That's my number one priority every
That's
year.
where all your savings account is.
That's
for
where all my
travel.
savings are. It is for travel. I've been all over the world, and
Awesome.
it's funny because every time I would travel, when I first moved here, I was gone quite a bit, and it seemed like every time I was out of the country, my balcony door would mess up and it would swing open. And so my neighbors, like, you guys were trying to contact me, but
Oh no.
I was out, and I felt terrible. So my neighbor downstairs, who would always call, I finally met up with him, and I was like, I am so sorry. I was like, it seems like every time I leave the country, my balcony door wants to yank open and it beats against the thing, but they fixed it. So it's all
Okay, good.
yeah, that's a plus living here.
Yeah.
Put in a maintenance request literally like the next day it is done. Your
Taken
team does
care
a
of.
great job with
All right,
that.
good.
Yeah.
Makes me
So
feel
we
good.
got it fixed.
Perfect. Well, what's your favorite place that you've been so far? Do you have a number one? Is it too hard to choose?
No, I do. I have a number one and a number two.
Oh, okay. Let's hear it.
Let's hear. Okay, so my number one is Dubai. I
Oh
went there
my
for my
gosh.
30th birthday, and that was phenomenal.
Wow.
So Dubai is my number one, and surprisingly my number two is Cuba.
That's not surprising. Cuban food is delicious.
It is. It's just, I enjoy it. You would think because you can't really connect socially and like the internet doesn't really work well, your cell phones don't, but it actually felt good to decompress and just like disconnect for a minute.
I bet.
So, you know, you got Wi-Fi, but it's really sketchy and it may or may not work. So I enjoy that time to just kind of disconnect from everything, and it allowed me to enjoy the culture of Cuba more. So number one is Dubai, number two is Cuba.
So if someone is headed to Cuba soon,
Yes.
where do they need to go?
Well, my favorite part of Cuba was when we went to Vinales, I think is how you pronounce it. Not really for sure, it could be wrong. But
I'll Google it.
we went there and we got to see a tobacco farm.
Oh, wow.
So we was horseback riding. What? That was fun. And we went there and the guy showed us how to hand roll a cigar, and
wow.
So that was really cool to see, and they told us a lot about the culture and how things work while we were there. So it was good to kind of get some of the history and see how things operate in Cuba there. That was I think that was my favorite part.
Do you have a destination on your list that you're planning for right now? What's next for you?
Next is Thailand in October.
What?
Yes, doing that for my birthday.
My gosh. Dubai, Thailand.
Yeah, so we're going
traveler.
to Phuket, and we're going to take a day trip to Phi Island. My cousin, we call her my sister cousin. She's my travel companion. So we always travel together, and every year we try to do one big trip. We've actually already been to Haiti this year. We went in February, and that was awesome. Wow. And so now we're headed to Thailand.
That's amazing. When you said I travel around the world, I thought, oh, maybe you've been to a couple places, but
oh yeah,
Thailand, Dubai, just a normal little weekend trip.
Oh yeah, I'm a part of a lot of travel clubs, and I
That's
just
awesome.
kind of go through and have a long bucket list of places I need to visit.
Me too. Do you have any tips? Because, I mean, that's expensive. You know, trying to save up and find good deals and all that.
I would always say use a travel agent. My travel agent, she is the best. I can give her a budget, and she will help me find something within my budget. And that's what I like. That's what I like about it.
Yeah.
And then with the travel agent, you can do a payment plan, so you don't have to pay everything up front. So it's like I'm not balling out of control, spending $1,000 just dropping money down. That's not what I have. A travel agent. She plans everything for me, and we do payment plans, and it always works out so well because she gets my to and from the airport. She's really, really good. And I will also say, when you're traveling, just make sure you're flexible. Yeah. That's a big thing, is flexibility. I can literally travel with anybody, even the most difficult people, because I'm just like, hey, we're gonna make it work.
Do you ever make friends when you're
I do. I always try to meet new people. That was the cool thing about Cuba. When we did an excursion to Vinales, we went and there was other people there, so we got to engage with people that we didn't know, and so that's always the cool part, is meeting new people that you've never met before. Yeah.
Well, if someone wants to follow your adventures all around the world, can you give us your handles?
Yes, my IG handle is @TiffBRockstar. That's TIFFBROC, no K, star. Because in my former life, I was a rock star. No.
I believe you.
If I wasn't a technical director, I'd have a bass guitar and I'd be on someone's stage. I think I'd be with Beyonce.
Heck yeah, Beyonce.
Rocking out. That would be. Or Bruno. I would be like his first. That's my favorite artist.
Maybe he'd let you.
Yep.
Jump up
Put
in
my
there.
pinky ring up to the moon. I love Bruno Mars. So I'd be a rock star if I was not a technical director at my church.
I believe you. 100%.
Yes. So IG is where I post most things. So I would say that @TiffBRockstar.
Follow her there. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today, Tiffany. This was so fun.
Thank you.
And I hope you enjoy the pool this summer.
I will.
All right. See you guys.